Well, I want to welcome you back to our new reflection series, You Are How You Worship. I say new because it's new to us. It's the one we're shooting right now, but you've been at it a while. We're in our 6th week, and we're looking at the offering, which is that part of the worship service that makes us all a little bit nervous. A lot of pastors don't like talking about money. A lot of congregants don't like hearing about money. But we're learning this week that the offering is a vital part of Christian worship because it is our way, or I should say God's way, of developing a life of gratitude and generosity. We're not giving money to God because God needs it. Instead, we are responding to the grace of God that has turned our life around, that has set us free, and given us the capacity to do 2 things. 1, say thank you in gratitude, and 2, become generous with our friends and neighbors and coworkers. So let me read Psalm 20, and we'll talk a bit more about this offering dynamic. For the choir director, a psalm of David. May the Lord answer you in a day of trouble. May the name of Jacob's God protect you. May he send you help from the sanctuary and sustain you from Zion. May he remember all your offerings and accept your burnt offering. May he give you what your heart desires and fulfill your whole purpose. Let us shout for joy at your victory and lift the banner in the name of our God. May the Lord fulfill all your requests. Now I know that the Lord gives victory to his anointed. He will answer him from his holy heaven with mighty victories from his right hand. Some take pride in chariots and others in horses, but we take pride in the name of the Lord our God. They collapse and fall, but we rise and stand firm. Lord, give victory to the King. May he answer us on the day that we call. Well, when we read the Psalms as Christian people, we're actually hearing Jesus in the psalm, fulfilling all of the longings of the psalmist. So God has given us the ultimate victory in Jesus. And not only is that true, but Jesus is praying these psalms over us even now. Jesus, incarnated as a Jewish man, was praying 3 times a day, and what was on his lips were these psalms. And so when we hear this passage in verses 2 and 3, may he send you help from the sanctuary and sustain you from Zion. May he remember all of your offerings and accept your burnt offering. What we're receiving in Jesus is that Jesus has accepted all of our offerings because he is the great offering, and our offerings are simply a response to Jesus' work. I want to just keep hammering that because I know our tendency is to assume that with our time and our talent and treasure, we're trying to give just enough or measure up in the right amount so that God would be pleased with us. But that's not the way this dynamic works at all. In fact, a question you might want to ask as you think about giving your own tithes and offerings in a Christian worship service is this one. Not how much of my money should I give to God, but rather how much of God's money do I need for me? In other words, we get in this psalm this notion that God already owns everything. And so we are called not into a life of ownership, but into a life of stewardship, stewarding the resources that God has already given us for his good pleasure. As I said earlier in the week, it's not like God needs our money. He doesn't need us to provide for him. He's doing just fine, thank you very much. But instead, this offering is his gift to us. He's allowing us to cultivate, again, a life of gratitude and generosity. So may that be so for you, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in.